What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Unicorn Leoness Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the collective in regards to the full new moon. All right, so let's hop into it. So the new moon is going to be in Taurus. Taurus, ruler, the second house, ruled by Venus. Ooh, Lord. Represents stability, materialistic things, and everything like that. So the new moon bringing new beginnings, setting intention. So let's see. So with the new moon being in Taurus, we should be setting our goals in regards to stability. So what sort of things should we be stabilizing? Okay. So we got the world in reverse, all right? So that's showing to me it's like there are a lot of things. It's almost like we have to balance ourselves out. And so the way that we can balance ourselves out is basically we have to get our whole house in order. So that means our spiritual house, our financial house, our appearance, our abilities and gifts, talents, things like that. We have to create new routines. New habits for success. And when I say success, I don't mean like just material wealth. What does redefining what success looks for you in this day and age, at this current space and time that you're in right now, okay? So we got the 5 of Swords in reverse. I'll show it to you guys upright so you can see the artwork. The Ace of Wands, passions, creative pursuits. The Knight of Pentacles came up in reverse. The 8 of Wands came up in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. So it's showing me with this 5 of Swords, you're getting rid of cutthroat energies. Look at how the top bird kind of has the other birds. Look at the other bird's wounds. So that's showing me that you're getting rid of the cutthroat energies. You're getting rid of you're cutting ties. And you're working on that internal conflict, that mental conflict that's going on. So great job. Because I know that's come up in a couple of readings. So I'm glad that we're starting to reprocess, refocus, reimagine certain patterns and certain patterns that we've grown accustomed to. So great job. Then with this Ace of Wands, this is a new birth in your creative pursuits. And so not just in the play aspect, but using that play to help you get further, okay? Also using that play as an outlet, okay? Because contrary to popular belief, we don't have to monetize every single thing that we do, okay? It's okay to have certain hobbies just for you, you know? Because there's this push to, oh, you should do this to make money off of that. You should, but there are certain things that we just want for us. Like, for me, I write poetry. My poetry is my creative outlet to get out my feelings and emotions. Okay, I don't mind performing it. However, that's not how I got into it. And so when I do perform it, it's more so for me, you know. But that's not the original reason why I got into poetry. Okay. So I'm saying all that to say is that you don't have to monetize every single hobby or every single creative thing that you do. It's okay to leave some of that stuff for yourself and you share it accordingly. Okay. And because when we make private things public, when we make things that are sacred to us public, it gives, once we bring something from the private to the public, it gives room for scrutiny, it gives room for criticism, it gives room for it's basically being exposed, right? So with that being said, if while you're in the process of getting rid of these cutthroat and backstabbing energies, right, you want to be careful about who you confide in when it comes to your pursuits, your goals, your dreams, because they could say something that can get into the way of manifesting that. Okay? Not saying that they have power over you, but then they say something, you're like, well, maybe I'm not doing it right, or maybe I should be making money with this, when it's like the original goal was for you to keep this for yourself as your own sort of outlet. Now, this is different from the universe or God, higher power, the Most High, however you want to call it. That's different from them pushing you, the universe pushing you and giving you signs and synchronicities that you should be doing this. Because when you're receiving synchronicities and confirmations and things like that, you were thinking about doing it anyway. You're just receiving the go ahead to do it. It's different from when you're like, I'm going to keep this private, I'm going to keep this for myself, and then you have peer pressure coming into play, pushing you to do it. So use that discernment and understand the difference and know the difference and stand on business. If you want to shit, well, you should know. This is just for me, okay? And I'm sharing this with you because I feel like you are close enough to me we are close enough that I can share this with you. And you can encourage me to do it, and then I can share it because this is something that I do want to keep to myself. Okay, I don't want to, we don't have to share everything with everybody. Okay, because certain things that some people just don't need to know, and that's okay. Everybody don't need to know everything about you. Okay. So here we have this Knight of Pentacles. That's kind of confirming what I'm saying. And not letting things get in your way. So, and then why I'm saying that is because, look, he got that staff going through that dragon. He keeping it pushing, okay? Don't let external energies get into your way, okay? Don't let external energies get into your way, as well as don't use them to get into your own way. This is not the time for us to be getting back into self-sabotatory behavior, okay? Yeah, because with this, it's like, with it being in reverse, what I'm receiving from the picture is that, he's carrying that one staff alone. He or she, whatever. They're carrying that one staff alone. Right? They picked out the one that they want and they decided to carry that along with them. Nobody else is there. Nobody else, it's nobody else. And it's going to happen because it's going to happen super quickly or it's going to happen super slow. Okay? Especially with with it coming out in the reverse. Whatever these goals it's going to, once you provide the right environment for your gifts and talents and goals to thrive in, not being around too much negative energy, not being around people who are going to say little slick comments and sideswipe you, not being around people who are haters. Like, you could smell the haterade on their breath. I saw one of my Facebook friends say that the other day. I felt like it fit perfectly. Shout out Yvette. But just once you, it's like you, a plant analogy is so cliche, but I'm going to use it anyway. If you have a specific plant that grows in a specific sort of soil, and you don't, and under certain, you gotta water it every day, or you gotta mist the soil. If you put that plant in the conditions that it's not supposed to be in, or you don't do your best to upkeep the environment that it's supposed to grow in, you can't get mad when it don't grow. Okay, you can't. It's because it's, I don't want to say it's your fault. However, we cannot be upset with the universe if we're getting signs and synchronicities that it's time to let people go, cut people off, let go of certain patterns, and we decide that we don't want to do that. Then we get upset when our manifestations don't come into fruition. You didn't provide the right environment for those manifestations to come into fruition. You can work out all day, but if you're not eating right, I'm not saying that you can't cheat every now and again. I'm not talking about cheat days. I'm talking about cheat meals or whatever works for you guys. You can't get mad when you don't see results. You can't. You got it, that's a part of it, okay? And so this Ace of Swords in reverse, I think that's what's going to be the struggle. That's what's going to be the struggle. And that's usually what is the struggle, is changing that mindset. When we've held on to certain beliefs and have come up with enough confirmation biases. Confirmation biases is when we look into information that only aligns with our current perspective. We don't look at the other side of things, all right? Remember years ago when everybody was like, question everything, question everything, question everything. And then you saw this shift in the perspectives. And y'all are like, yeah, that was it. And it's like, nah, that ain't it. Question everything again. Like, you gotta do it all over again. You gotta do it over again. Is the new information really in alignment? Now the question is not if it's true or right or wrong. Now is this information in alignment with the person that I want to become? Is this in alignment with the person that I am pushing myself to be, that I am manifesting myself to be? Whoa. So now with that being said, you have to figure out the type of person that you want to be, and what sort of habits, desires, finances. You have to break down that aspect of that person that you want to become and work towards that. Okay? Yeah. New moon and Taurus ain't no joke, okay? Taurus ain't no joke. And it's Taurus season. Child, please. All right. Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm getting from this. Okay? Hopefully it resonates, or it's confirmation, or guidance. Let's clarify these aces. I want to clarify these aces. The Sun. The Hangman. Okay. So the Sun is the Sun, happiest card in the deck. Look, he just riding on the little horse in the sun with the flag, not little, a little flag. But yeah, the sun for me is confirmation. Being and accepting, you know, the little quirks about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why we're being so much pushed to pursue these creative outlets, because it's like that's where we find our little quirkiness, our quirks, our quirkiness. You know, I don't say peace, love, and quirk for no. I know I need to start saying it every video. I'm working on it. Okay, but because I mean, our flaws are what make us, our quirks. I don't want to label them as flaws. Our quirks, those little like weird things about us, that's what makes us the individuals. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what makes us individual. That's what differs me from you and you from me. Like, and that's what makes the beauty of individuality, because we might go through the same thing, but we might handle it different based off of our quirks. I'm not going to say because of how we were raised, because I mean, we, you know, kind of got to get past that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of have to push past that. But it's like, you know, and you know, understand that, you know, it happened. And I'm not trying to be, especially if you've gone through a lot of trauma, like traumatic stuff. I'm not saying like, oh, you have to get over it. However, it's like, what type of person do you want to become? That's the question you're going to have to ask yourself. What type of person do you want to become? Despite that. Do you want to be the type of person, and then how can you use that to fuel what's going on, you know, or what you want to do? Do you want to bring more awareness to it? Is it something that you haven't really heard nobody, but then you haven't really heard nobody's gone through it, but then you realize like plenty of people have gone through it? Is there a new niche that you can bring to light in regards to what you've gone through? Okay. And then the Hangman, shifts in perspective, sitting still. This is my sit your behind down card. Sit down, reflect, take that time. Take that time to really reach that, like, that enlightenment. I'm only going to reverse it just so you can see, you know, that aura around him. Okay? So, let's get into we're going to use the Moonology deck, since it's whoa. Let's drop the whole thing. But since it's a moon reading, let's use the Moonology deck. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. Communication is key. Balance. I swear I be shuffling these cards. Y'all be seeing it. I be pre-shuffling everything, because these, especially this one been popping out a lot. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Communication is key. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. So the thing is, you're gonna win either way. Because especially like I said, when you're manifesting and becoming the person that you want to be, you gotta, you know, you're gonna get there. And what just hit me was that also too, accepting the place that you're at, because at one point you wanted to be where you were at. So we gotta start showing gratitude. We gotta start showing a lot more gratitude, thanking, and showing more gratitude and grace for other people. Now, I'm not like I said, not saying that, because Not saying that you can't cut them off and stuff like that still, but it's like everybody is, we all going through it at this point, like for real. We all going through something. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you got to sit there and tolerate a whole bunch of misbehavior and nonsense from people, but give them great, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, because I know at times it's like we might want to cuss somebody out and then blah, blah, and do all that rah-rah. But just really think about it. Like, a lot of the times, people's negativity, you can't take other people's negativity personally. You can't take people reacting to you negatively personally. Unless they're bringing, like, harm to you or what, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But, I mean, physical harm, spiritual harm, that's a different story, okay? I'm not talking about that, all right? Disclaimer, I'm not talking about that. But it's like, is it really worth cussing them out? Is it really worth it? Is that really like the person? Now, the person that you want to be cusses people out when it's necessary, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But if that's something that you're trying to change about yourself, think about it. Balance it on the scales. Is it really worth all of that? So, communication is key. We have to, especially with that Ace of Swords in reverse, we have to find better ways of communicating and find better ways of actually listening and actively listening and asking questions that we don't understand, okay? I forgot what the exact percentage is, but listening surpasses talking in communication. Listening surpasses talking. And then there are different types of listening. So are you really listening to what people are saying, or are you just hearing what people have to say? Are you really listening to like the undertones and things like that? That's why I don't really like text messaging. I mean, I'm 32 too, but that's why I'm not, because there's too many things that I have to assess and ask about that I'm missing from a text message. So some people are like, well, I understand people. So yeah, it takes me a while. I'm not that. I like to hear certain things. And text messaging helps sometimes, but it's like if you text me too fast and all that stuff, I'm calling. I'm calling. What did you say, huh? What you mean? What's going on? Like, I'll ask a question in a jiffy. Oh, okay, because I was thinking this. I just want to make sure everything was straight, make sure we're cool, And then the win-win outcome in the forecast, that's self-explanatory. You reap what you sow. And it's just like a keep it pushing type of energy. I just feel a lot of encouragement. I feel like, yeah, like you got this. Like that's the type of energy that I'm feeling when it comes to this new moon. Relaxed energy, restless energy, and karma. Yeah, that's probably the restless energy. And it's like, the restless energy is tied, I was going to say it's tied to the Ace of Swords. But also, too, there are certain times where it's like we are restless and there are other ways to get that out, okay? It's about what do we do with our restless energy, all right? And karma. I'm hearing this is definitely a time of realignment, and it's a time period. It's going to be a time frame of realignment to where it's like, honestly, we're going to begin to the point where it's like we're going to know that it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be praying for it because we're not going to be, it's just, okay. What do people say? God don't play about me. He's not playing about none of it. He's playing with us. He ain't playing about us. That's just my thought. God, universe, high power, But I'm just saying, that's what people be saying. God don't play about me. The universe don't play about me. They don't play about none of us. They ain't playing with none of us either. So stop playing. All right. Let's get this one rocking and rolling. I just felt like I needed to get this bad boy out too. Oh. One more shuffle. One more good shuffle. Water element sensing, Scorpio I transform, second house owning. Okay, let's just read the guidebook. But what I'm getting with sensing is that that's part of why you're why it's like our gifts are being heightened at this time, and that's why things are starting to fall to the wayside and everything like that. That's why we're kind of having like this conflict. The 5 of Swords, 5 indicates change. 5 indicates change. Okay, where is page 4? There we go. Where's number 40? All right, 40 foundations. Water element sensing. Your intellect may be confused, but your emotions will never lie to you. Let matters flow. In astrology, the element of water represents our emotions and our talents of the imagination. Water characterizes the realm of vision, taking us to the quintessential depths of feeling where intuition is more appropriate than acquired wisdom and knowledge. Get carried away on water. We have feelings of floating or being adrift over water. When looking at the shimmering surfaces of water, we cannot see to the bottom, but we know and sense what is there. Deep things too obtuse and transitory to explain. Fathoms of moods and insight. Water is the element of the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. The planets of water are the moon, Pluto, and Neptune. When the water element card presents itself in a spread, you can trust what you feel as the best course to follow. What you are sensing right now may not be based on any logic. It's just what you are sensing is correct. Right now, it's best to go with the flow, and depending upon the cards surrounding it, to trust that movement, although these changes may seem gentle and gradual. Sometimes the water element card indicates a need to withdraw and fight another day. It is time to gather resources and gain strength before moving ahead. This can at times indicate trusting too soon or the passive acceptance of other people's shortcomings when you shouldn't accept them. You may have the tendency to want to allow things to pass you by without fighting for them, to let go of something that is rightfully yours. Water is the element of compassion and understanding, but avoid being dormant. It is possible people or forces may take advantage of your benign and accepting nature. Bada boom, bada bing. That's what you're cutting off. Or that's what you should be cutting off. Scorpio, I transform. I'm pretty sure the full moon is in Scorpio. I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that the full moon is in Scorpio. I transform. Scorpio rules death, rebirth, sexuality, which is creative energy as well. So I transform. Acknowledging desire. Oh, put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. You transform. And this is also going into, like, this is also confirmation in regards to you. This is where you're going to start transforming yourself into the person that you want to be. Confirmation right there. That's it. There it is. That's the confirmation. I'm going to read a little bit. Acknowledging desire and surrendering yourself to the depths will serve you best at this time. Scorpio is one of the most fascinating signs in the zodiac. It is ruled by Pluto, planet of gutters and extremes. It is a sign of sex, money, and passion. It is a powerful sign. Scorpios have a bad reputation for ruthless behavior, which is not deserved. Like the other water signs, Scorpio is emotional, but not in a sympathetic way of Cancer or Pisces. When Scorpios enter a room, they don't have to say a word for the crowd to know. They can feel their energy. Their depth and their ability to understand others, all while not revealing too much about themselves, is profound. Scorpios inspire you to tell them your darkest secrets while revealing none of their own. When Scorpios feel deeply, they fear a loss of control and will sting when threatened or cornered. Almost always, Scorpios will deliver the last hit. Blah, blah, blah. I should have just kept it with what I said. Because, yeah. Well, if that resonates with any of you guys. But like I said, Scorpio, I transform. This is about the transformation to the person that you want to become. And so maybe you might need to tap into a little bit more scorpionic energy. Okay? Maybe that's why I was supposed to read that. Second house, own it. Did I show y'all the cards? That's the first card. I think I did, but I'm obviously I gotta show y'all again. And then the second house, owning. Wealth is the ability to truly experience life. You will own it. Own it. Own this person you're becoming. The second house, Taurus, is about being grounded in the physical. It is the house of money, and it is about what you own in movable goods. Ruled by the sign of Taurus, the second house is about solid reality, creature comforts, lifestyle, and areas supported primarily in the physical realm. It is also the key to your power in the world, how you feel empowered and disempowered. The second house isn't always to do with money and possessions. It's about ownership of talents, maintaining comfortable shelter, living up to personal values, and self-esteem. Confirmation for the week. Okay. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully this is either confirmation, guidance, or it resonated with you, inspired you. Okay. Yeah, you guys have a great one. Great evening, afternoon, morning, twilight. I don't know. And make sure, please like, comment, and subscribe if you resonated with the video. And peace, love, and quirk. Y'all have a great one. Later.